अस्तुरी ह्या कार्यक्रमात तुमकां सोनम मोरजकराचो माय मोगाचो येवकार. आयज आमच्या वांगडा आसा लीगल अँड विजिलन्स इकॉनॉमिक ऑफेन्सीस सेलचे अँड वन ऑफ द मोस्ट पॉवरफुल ऑफिसर्स ऑफ गोवा पुलीस गव्हर्मेंट मिसेस सुनीता सावंत. मॅम, तुमचो येवकार आमच्या कार्यावळात.
नमस्कार.
पुलीस म्हटले की एक वेगळी इमेज असता. थोडे उलोवपाक भितात, थोडे हेजिटेट जातात. तुमकां तर खबर आसतलें, यू हॅव बीन इन दीस सर्वीस फॉर मेनी इयर्स. हाऊ डू यू रिस्पॉन्ड? तुमकां कशें दिसता की जेन्ना लोक भितात एक कंप्लेंट करपाक किंवा पुलीस स्टेशनान येवपाक, तेन्ना तुमी कशे तरेन हे रिस्पॉन्ड करतात?
हें पळय, पयलीं पोर्चुगीजाची राजवट आशिल्ली गोंयाचेर 450 वर्सां. तेन्ना पुलीस म्हणना बरोबर सोल्दार म्हणटाले, रोवन आयले म्हणटाले आनी खंय खूबच ह्युमन रायट्स वायोलेशन जाताले तेन्ना आनी लोक खूब भिता पुलिसाक. ती भियांकृत अजून पर्यंत गेल्ल्या 20 वर्सां पर्यंत सुद्दां चलिल्ली आशिल्ली गोंयाचेर आनी लोकांच्या काळजान मनान चलताली. पूण आतां पुलीस तसो ना. आतां पुलीस इज फ्रेंडली. दुसरें कशें आसा की आतां ग्लोबलायजेशन जाल्लें आसा, नेट सगळ्यां कडेन आयिल्लें आसा, हातान मोबायल आयिल्लो आसा. सो लोकांक प्रत्येकाक आपल्याचे ह्युमन रायट्स हे खबर आसा की पुलीस कितके पर्यंत सालाजारशाही करूंक शकता हेवूय खबर आसा. सो जर जेच्या मनान कांयच भंय ना, भंय केन्ना नासता की आपणें जेन्ना कांय चूक करूं ना, कितें गुन्हो करूं ना, तेका त्या मनशाक भंय ना जाल्यार कसलोच भिवपाची गरज ना. जेणें केन्ना गुन्हे केल्लो आसता तेका कायद्यानुसार शिक्षा ही आसता. त्या शिक्षेनुसार ज्या गुन्ह्याच्या शिक्षे केल्ले आसा त्यानुसार तेजेर एक्शन गेली वता आनी अकॉर्डिंगली ते भिता असो म्हजो एक हें आसा, ओपिनियन आसा.
मेल पुलीस ऑफिसर आणि एक फिमेल पुलीस ऑफिसर तुमच्या मदीं तरी कितें डिफरन्स तुमकां दिसता? इज देर अ डिफरन्स? एक आसा डिफरन्स की अशें लोकांची इमेज आसता की विमेन मातशी चड स्ट्रिक्ट आसता और मेल चड स्ट्रिक्ट आसता?
म्हाका दिसता इम्प्लिमेंटेशन ऑफ कायदो जेन्ना आमी पळयता, कायदो मेल आनी फिमेल हाजेर डिफरन्स करना. आनी कायद्यानुसार जर तुमी वागले जाल्यार तेतून मेल आनी फिमेलूय अशें कांय ना. तेन्ना मनशाची जी काम करपाची शक्ती आसा, हॉनेस्टी, इंटिग्रिटी, डेडिकेशन टू द वर्क, हार्ड वर्क्स, हे सगळ्या कडेन तुका काम करता थंयसर करपाकूच जाय. आनी पुलीस डिपार्टमेंटान चड करपाक जाय. कित्याक आमकां टायमाचें बंधन ना. खंयच्याय टायमाचेर येवपाचें, खंयच्याय टायमाचेर घरा कडेन वचपाचें. आत्तां रातचो घरा कडेन वता म्हणल्यार कॉल आयलो जाल्यार यू शूड बी बॅक होम. यू शूड बी बॅक होम.
आपूण पुलीस जातले, आपूण एक दीस देशाची रक्षा करपाक फुडें सरतले, हो विचार खंयच्या एजीर आयलो?
Right from my child age, since like after I finished, before I could finish my graduation, म्हाका सदांच दिसतालें. एकदां हांवें न्यूजपेपराचेर एड पळयली आर्मीन भरती जावपाचें आनी आवयक हांव सदांच गळ घालतालें की आय वॉन्ट टू गो इन आर्मी म्हणून. सो आवय म्हणपा लागली ना, एकलें एक सुरत चली, ना म्हणपा लागली. आनी चली मनीस म्हणजे बरोबर हे युनिफॉर्म सर्विसीस ना आनी एक सर्टन एज जाली की यू हॅव टू बी इन फॅमिली लायफ, यू हॅव टू ग्रो युअर फॅमिली लायफ. सो हातून म्हणपा लागली तुज्या आनी आमच्या घरान न्हय, आमच्या गांवान सुद्दां कोणूच ना म्हणपाक लागलो युनिफॉर्मान. आनी तुका खंयचें फेड लागला काय म्हणपाक, खंयच्या तकलेंतल्यान आयला काय म्हणपा लागले. सो सपोर्ट ना न्ही, सपोर्ट ना म्हणना बरोबर आयडिया फेल गेली. पूण समवेअर इन 1987-88 ड्युरींग दॅट टायम तुमकां याद आसतली जाल्यार तेन्ना DD1 DD2च चलताले टीव्हीचेर आनी उडान मालिका आशिल्ली ओके, कविता चौधरीची. आनी ही हांव हमखास मालिका पळयतालें आनी तितून कविता चौधरी ही पुलीस ऑफिसर आशिल्ली आनी तिणें सुंदर काम केल्लें आसा तातूंत. आनी हाव द पुलीस इज आनी कितकें स्ट्रगल करून ती पुलिशेन आयली आनी मागीर पुलीस डिपार्टमेंट कशें चलता हाजेरूय
म्हणजे खंय तरी टेलिव्हिजनाचो एक आसलो हातभार टू मेक सुनीता सावंत द सुनीता सावंत.
मागीर ताज्या पयलीं 1984 गोंयान चोगम जालें तेन्ना आमची मॅडम किरण बेदी वॉज इन गोवा आणि न्यूजपेपराचेर सदांच तिजे
Photo नाल्यार
फोटो
खंय तरी
वाखणलेले
इल्लेले
आनी
आसताले.
एक्शन घेतिल्लें आसतालें आनी आय यूज टू रेग्युलरली फॉलो अप दॅट सो दॅट आय यूज टू फील दॅट आय ऑल्सो शूड बिकम a police officer, who would implement the law, who would execute the laws, and who will be at the service of the people. And I will be like, whoever is doing wrong, I'll try to correct them. So that was म्हजे कडेन ती एक हुनुरी आनी तेन्नाच्यान अशें म्हणजे एक एपिसोड्स अशे आयले wherein I was all the time getting inclination towards the uniform. आणि
आवड तशी तशी वाढत
गेली आणि आय वॉज अर्लियर ऑल्सो NCC कडेट
हां.
सो म्हणना बरोबर ते एक रायट फ्रॉम बिगिनींग आनी माय मदर इज ऑल्सो क्वायट डिसिप्लिन्ड शी वॉज पोर्चुगीज टायम 7th स्टँडर्ड आणि सो शी वॉज ऑल्सो अ व्हेरी
इट
डिसिप्लिन
वॉज देन कॉल्ड एज SSC आय थिंक.
येस देन कॉल्ड एन SSC सो तिजो म्हाका पाठबळ खूब मेळ्ळें शिक्षणा खातीर आनी तिच्याक लागून हांव शिकूंक पावलें आनी ताच्या उपरांत पण जेन्ना वेन आय केम इन द पुलीस डिपार्टमेंट फर्स्ट इनिशियली वेन द एडवर्टायजमेंट वर फ्लोटेड दॅट वॉज द फर्स्ट टायम the open advertisement were floated on the newspaper. Otherwise earlier all government jobs advertisements were on through employment exchange. And the first time that was in 1989 that was floated on that was published on the newspaper and I went on answering. I had no support initially from my parents, but I convinced them. I was just 21 then. I had completed my graduation BSc. हांवें म्हणलें जायना म्हजें काय अजून लग्नाचें वय जावं ना जायना जाल्यार सोडून दितलें म्हणलें बट आय हॅव दॅट
जिद्द धरली तुम्ही.
जिद्द सो आय कन्विन्स्ड माय पेरेंट्स की मे बी लायक 24-25 इज अ मॅरेजेबल एज आय एम जस्ट 21 एका वर्साचें ट्रेनींग सो आय विल कम आफ्टर द ट्रेनींग आय विल बी इन गोवा इट्स नॉट दॅट आय विल बी गो ऑल ओवर इंडिया सो आय विल बी इन गोवा आणि समज जायना आय विल लीव इट.
तुमची ट्रेनिंग नाशिकूच करून येयली महाराष्ट्र.
नाशिक महाराष्ट्र आय हॅव कम्प्लिटेड माय ट्रेनिंग
आणि तुमची जॉईनिंग जालें
1990 सो
1990 जॉईन जावन तुमची फर्स्ट केस खंयची आसली आनी ती कशी हँडल केली तुमी.
1990 एक वर्स ट्रेनींग जाल्या उपरांत देन आय केम टू गोवा पुलीस. पयलीं आमी 6 म्हयने आमकां प्रोबेशन आसता इन ऑल सेक्शन्स टू नो वॉट is going on in the police department and to learn practically how things are happening. So after finishing that my first probation for the executive was in Mapsa police station under PI Mangalas Desai during that time, and a child was sexually abused and it is during that time I interrogated this child along with other lady staff because I was too new then, and in that case PI told me how to record the complaint in the sense like the grooming of the officers goes, you are made to sit, your complaints are being dictated to you, how the victim is telling in front of you, and then you are supposed to go on writing it. So it becomes a habit to know how they are saying, how to put it up on record, how to make the proper records of it, and that's how I was grouped. And even that complaint ended up in conviction of the accused. Then thereafter I was transferred to Kalangut police station under my police inspector was Alan Disa, wherein a murder case was reported and he guided me. I registered the murder case, okay, I caught the accused. I fully investigated the case under his supervision and then I charge sheeted the case, prosecuted the accused, and in record time also it went in conviction for life imprisonment. So those are the two cases initially as a PSI when I got into built up my confidence that yes I can do it provided you have a hard work.
आमच्या गोंयान आगासाई म्हटलं की इज अ व्हेरी सेन्सिटिव्ह पुलीस स्टेशन म्हणटात
as well as old Goa,
एज वेल एज ओल्ड गोवा.
very much
थंय
very
क्रायम
sensitive.
रेट चड जाता आनी तुमकां थंयच पोस्टिंग दिल्लेली.
कशें आसा थंय क्रायम रेट म्हणजे ओल्ड गोवा पुलीस स्टेशनाक जी लोकॅलिटी आसा चिंबेल, it's considered to be a very sensitive and a little notorious, much notorious locality. आणि व्हेरी सेन्सिटीव विथ रिस्पेक्ट्स टू मेर्सेस अँड Santa Cruz.
Santa Cruz.
You must be knowing
Yes,
right
yeah.
from beginning. So I was given posting in Old Goa Police Station, under which both these places, I mean the villages, comes under. So I was there before election for 11 months, and I was really, really happy to tell you that I could contain the crime. I could arrest the accused person. I could create that sort of police darara. With my patrolling patterns, like evening ek sodali ki I wouldn't sit at the police station. I would take my staff, put them in the jeep,
Go for patrolling.
with one swinging lathi. I would go for patrolling. So, and whichever like I used to find offensive or something illegal, okay, rasta side gaade lavop or motorcycle घेऊन बसप, create sort of some obstruction, hindrance to the public coming. You know, small. If you look at it, it is a small thing, but it is creating annoyance, and it is creating flare up jata. And if nobody takes action, then even the criminals or the people who are flouting the laws, they feel that they are above, and nobody has guts to ask them.
Correct.
And they can continue with it, and the normal person, the public, gets fear. He feels insecure. So you have to instill this safety and security in the mind. So you have to show your presence. You have to question that. The moment you question them and they know that this is wrong, you tell them first. And I could definitely do this.
1990 तुम्ही जॉईन झाले म्हणटा. सो आता 2020 पर्यंत तुमच्या पर्सनल एक्सपिरियन्सान खंयचो क्रायम लेवल असो वाडला किंवा खंयचो क्रायम लेवल तसोच उरला किंवा सकयल देंवला? आता पयलीं सायबर क्रायम नाशिल्ले, इफ नॉट मिस्टेकन. सायबर क्रायम हाली येयल्या, कोणाचे फेक अकाउंट, कोण अकाउंटांतल्यान पयशे मागता फेक अकाउंट करून.
See, as the technology goes on and we are in 21st century, we are open to the world, globalization. So त्या बरोबर हे सगळे येतलेच तुमकां. सो आमी खबरदारी घेवपाक जाय. फ्रॉस्टर्स आसता तो एक स्टेप चड मुखार वता, कित्याक तर ताका
म्हणजे ते म्हणटात की फोन इज अ प्लस पॉयंट, इट इज ऑल्सो अ नेगेटिव्ह पॉयंट. इतले नुकसान ते फोनान जाता, कामाय जाता.
नो, वाय डू यू से नेगेटिव्ह? You use it prudently.
Correct.
You use it professionally, correctly. You take precautions which are required. It is an asset. It is not the moment you abuse. See, use and abuse. USC use, you just write AB behind it. Abuse. Understand? So you don't abuse it, you only use it. The moment you abuse, you put everything on Instagram, everything on Facebook, all your photographs, all your things. So you are accessing yourselves, you are giving access to the virtual world, and so people are there to take advantage of it.
आता आम्ही क्रायम म्हटलं की एक मर्डरही जावंक शकता, अटेम्प्ट टू मर्डर म्हण, रेप म्हण, पण असो एक इन्सिडंट तुमच्या आयुष्यान आयला विच जरी चेंज्ड युअर पॉयंट ऑफ व्यू अबाउट अ ह्युमन, की एक असो इन्सिडंट जे तुमकां अजून फील जाता की हे जावंक नाशिल्लें जाल्यार, म्हणजे नॉट ओन्ली रेप ऑर मर्डर, पण केन्ना केन्ना मनशाची मेंटल स्थिती वेगळी आसता आनी तो एक क्रायम करता अशें म्हणटात वेन वी रीड अबाउट द सायकोलॉजिकल मायंड ऑफ अ पर्सन. असो एक इन्सिडंट तुम्ही आमच्या वांगडा शेअर करू शकता विच रियली?
या इट तुमकां याद आसतले इन 2009 दे वेर डेथ्स ऑफ 4 लेडीज इन गोवा, सिरियल मर्डर.
हय.
एक बायल मनीस वेर्णाची, एक चली मनीस दिवचलचें, एक चली मनीस तालिगांवचें आनी एक बायल झांशीची. ओके. आनी सो ह्यो 4 मर्डरी जाल्ल्यो, आनी वेरीन द लेडीज वेर डिसफिगर्ड बाय पोरींग केरोसीन एंड लिटींग देम ऑन फायर सो दॅट they are not recognizable, and so identity becomes a problem. So मागीर accused trace करपाक problem जाता. So in that case, at that time I was the senior police inspector at the crime branch in Goa, and this case was handed over to me. First day there was 1 murder reported, second day there were 2 murders reported. So immediately the cases were transferred to me. And yes, with meticulous investigation with respects to the virtual world and the mobile tracking, we tracked within 24 hours who could be the possible person, and we diverted our efforts in that line, and we diverted the teams in Mumbai, and we arrested those accused, and we detected those cases, all 4 murder cases in Goa. As well as during confession, they told us, I mean, I shouldn't use the word confession, but they disclosed to me, so they had done one more murder similar in Mumbai. And yes, a dead body also was found in Mumbai where they had described, so we could link that and send the information to the Mumbai police, and they also have come and taken their custody. Now, in this, I'll just give you the statistic. In these 4 cases of murder in Goa, already the accused are still in the custody from 2009. They have been convicted for their life sentence in 2 cases. One case got acquitted on some little technical point, and one case is still at the final verdict before the children's court, because the girl who was killed by them from Taligaon was just 15 years old, and she was the friend of one of the other accused. So in that case, when they were going on telling, and I was recording their disclosure in their statement, each one by one, 4 accused persons, 2 male, 2 females. It shook my conscience, and it felt so bad, because I asked them to narrate exactly what it was, and I could visualize when they were telling me how these ladies must have suffered when their murder was committed. I felt so sad. This was one case which definitely shook my conscience. There was another case when I was at Women Police Station. That was the first case of human trafficking detected in Goa, wherein a Bangladeshi girl was illegally made to cross the border.
And तुमकाच अपॉइंट केलेले ते केस हँडल करपाक.
Yes,
करेक्ट.
आणि तातून she was from one place to another all over India, and at Porvorim she was rescued, and after 15 days of her rescuing, while she was at the Apnagar, she made some disclosures. At that time, I was police inspector of Women Police Station. I was called in. I interrogated this girl, and that also shook my conscience. Like, the girl narrated for 4 years how continuously she was being confined, she was being sexually assaulted. It was very, very horrible the way she was telling me. And I remember I started, after registration of the offense, I started recording her statement afternoon after giving her food, and it went on till 2 a.m. in the night, continuously recording her statement, continuously, because as she was telling, she used to weep. I had to give her comfort, I had to calm her.
म्हणजे पोलीस म्हटलं की फक्त स्ट्रिक्टनेस निकेन्ना खंय
I
मायेन
had to
उलोवचें
care
पडटा.
for her.
हय.
I had to understand her. It was really, really, really a job wherein it was not only just police officer that you could see. You got to have that motherly, friendly, considerate person to make them cool and calm, to give them confidence so that they elucidate all the information and we can go ahead with the case. So ही भूमिका पुलिसांक करची पडटा at that point of time. विक्टीम जाले की एकदा पुलिसांक आरोपी बरोबरूय एक भूमिका निभोवची पडटा. If suppose the accused at times they don't disclose, so looking at the accused, understanding his pulse, nurse म्हणटनी हांवें understanding his pulse, how this person is going to break. I would use the word break. Okay, and accordingly take steps and measures so that he gives out more information and we could go for collection of evidence and detection of the case.
सुनीता
So
मॅम,
these two
उलयता
cases,
उलयतानी म्हाका एक डायलॉग याद आयलो पिक्चरांतलो, म्हणटात की पुलीस वाले की ना दोस्ती अच्छी ना दुश्मनी अच्छी.
I remember one more case, let me tell you, because of my 32 years of my career, one case is another thing. What is very near and dear to my heart was in Marmagoa High School. A small 8 years old girl during intermediate time was sexually abused. That case initially was registered at Marmagoa police station, transferred to me at crime branch, and then from me it has gone to CBI. For the 3 months the investigation that it was with me, I made all my efforts. I would say all my energy, my superiors, my full police department to identify and to see that this unknown accused is brought to books. But that is the case which is all the time haunting me. I couldn't detect. I couldn't detect in the sense I couldn't trace this accused. I couldn't pinpoint this accused. I mean, there were all other number of factors which, because people started only waging the, coming out on the road, asking accused to be arrested. But police also need to be given that much of time.
Correct.
To this thing. So our police force, we were getting only diverted. We were being channelized for answering or taking care of the law and order situation instead of investigation.
भायलो वेगळो वेगळो प्रेशर पडटा मागीर.
Instead of investigation. So you are being diverted this side. So 4 or 5 days is only going in law and order. You know, we did do the combing operation, this operation, definitely we have taken lot of efforts, I'll tell you. But yes, this is one case where I felt I was unsuccessful. It's all the time this case haunts me. It is at the back of my mind every day. म्हणटा न्ही की सकाळ जाली तुमी पूर्ण दीस काम करता, पण जेन्ना तुमी रातचे यू रिटायर फॉर द डे,
you go back home.
रेस्ट
करपाचें
and
आसता
you are
तेन्ना सगळे
resting.
thoughts.
You sit 5 minutes for your own self. जमा खर्च आयुश्याचो करता की आज कितें केलें, खंय कोणाक दुखयलें काय, खंय कितें केलें, खंय चूक केली जी फाल्यां करूंक जायना, फाल्यां कितें करपाचें आसा आमी, हाव आय शूड हँडल. आनी ह्या टायमाचेर कितें म्हजे कडल्यान उरलां तेन्ना म्हाका हे केसीचो याद येता. आनी एक 2 मिनटाक म्हजें सुन्न जाता की खंय तरी हांव कमी पडलें काय अशें म्हाका एक. आनी देन आय गो ऑन दॅट. अशें पूण थोडे कडेन कशें आसता, थोड्यांची चिंतप कशें आसता, आतां CBIन गेली न्ही ती, सो लेट CBI. बट हय, आय ऑलवेज से दॅट एटलिस्ट CBI, let them have success, because then I will know from the accused where we failed. So we can take corrective measures, and it's not only for me, it's for the full police department.
Correct.
So what we missed to track the accused. ही एक केसीचो म्हाका खूब खंत उरिल्ली आसा.
म्हणजे अजून ती केस
अजून पर्यंत सॉल्व जावंक ना. अजून पर्यंत केस सॉल्व जावंक ना.
तुमचो चड वेळ घेवचें ना, पण वयच्या पयलीं आय वॉन्ट टू आस्क वन पर्सनल क्वेश्चन की इफ यू वर नॉट अ पुलीस पर्सन, यू वर नॉट सर्विंग द स्टेट एंड द कंट्री, तुमी कितें जावपाची? दिस इज माय पर्सनल क्वेश्चन.
लेट मी टेल यू, आय एम अ सायन्स स्टुडंट. I dreamt of becoming a doctor first. Everybody is not doctor or engineer.
हत्यार वो आसात.
Yes, and definitely I missed out for 4 marks. I missed out for 4 marks. But I always believe in God. I always believe in positive attitude. जे कितें जाता न्ही हें देवाच्या मनान आसा न्ही,
पण तुम्ही सेवेच्याच मार्गेन आयली.
सेवेच्याच मार्गेन आयले. पण जे देवाक जाय न्ही तेंच जाता.
हय, तें मात
दीस इज
सारकें. हय,
व्हेरी
yes.
इम्पॉर्टंट. तुमकां एक एक रोल निभोवपाचो आसता. एज ऑन डेट आय एम नॉट रिग्रेटींग. कित्याक येस आय हॅव प्रूव टू माय सेल्फ की रायट फ्रॉम बिगिनींग आय वॉज अ हार्ड वर्कींग पर्सन. पण अशी खंय तरी एक त्या टायमाचेर ल्हान वयाचेर आशिल्लें की आय शूड बिकम अ डॉक्टर अशें म्हणून, पण जालें ना. सो दॅट वॉज देर. बट आफ्टर आय जॉयन पुलीस डिपार्टमेंट, दीस वॉज द फर्स्ट इंटरव्यू वॉट आय एन्सर्ड एंड आय गॉट सिलेक्टेड.
अरे वा.
आफ्टर आय दिस थिंग
It was meant to happen.
But before my results could be declared and before I could come in the police department, answer my interviews and all, I was teaching in a school. 7th, 8th, 9th standard, I was teaching biology. So I was there in a school in Kudne. Vivida, Ataji Vivida High School and Secondary Asa. Principal Anil Naik was my neighbor. So he asked my father, what is your daughter going to do sitting at home? Send her in the school. आनी मागीर म्हाका कळ्ळें की तांची एक टिचर B.Ed ट्रेनिंगाक गेल्ली. सो यू नो फ्रॉम जून टील दॅट इयर, बिकॉज म्हजी इंटरव्यूज मागीर मिड ऑफ दॅट 1989 1st of नोव्हेंबरांतल्यान इंटरव्यू स्टार्ट जाल्यो. सो दॅट इयर I was in the school as on the sort of contract basis. I was also doing very well. So that is what, when I started answering these interviews, my mother was little against. You are already now you know how it is. It is good, half day, then you are there. You can divert your time to the family. Sunday melta, public holiday melta.
कशे सगळे हे करून हाडले
So
पळय.
all that is there. And why you want to go into all that where there is no sort of life for you? So they were much against me, understand? So but I convinced them. So I feel as of today,
And we are very happy that you
my
convinced
parents
them.
are proud of me because my mother thereafter has supported me till date, till today morning.
म्हणजे आई बाबा तशे न्ही. आय थिंक द एंटायर गोवा ओनली इज प्राऊड ऑफ यू मॅम.
I'll tell you, a person can put 100% of their work in any organization or any institution, provided he has a good family background. Now, when I was a spinster, it was my parents, my brothers, my sister-in-laws, which helped me. After my marriage, my in-laws, my mother-in-law, even though she was having paralysis on one side, she is no more there now. Last 10 years passed now. She was all the time controlling the house.
तिने खूप सपोर्ट केला
तिने
तुमकां.
सारको सपोर्ट केलो. माय हजबंड टील डेट आय टेल यू. सो आय कूड पुट इन माय 100%. ही वूड से आय एम देर इनफ. आय वूड जस्ट फोन एंड
They handled that house so you can handle the house of Goa.
yes definitely. So whenever time is required, yes, I should not be a failure on my duty as a wife, as a housewife, as a daughter-in-law, as a mother. So I have to divert. So कशें आसता, तुका एक तारेवरची कसरत करचीच पडटा आनी करूंक जाय, तेन्नाच तुजी एक इमेज निर्माण जाता. सो तुका बेश्टे बसले, यू गो ऑन, नो. For me, what is important, I would attend that first. Now today, suppose I'll just, as you are interviewing me today, I'll just tell you something. My father has got an infarct. He's 85 years old, and he, from last night, like, he was not responding. Today morning, I have got him admitted in the hospital. So he's there. My mother is there. My brother is there now. We have put him on the drips. So you know, this is the cycle of the life. You understand? So you
तरी तुमच्या तोंडार एक सेकंड सुद्धा म्हाका कळोना की you are in so much of dilemma and pain of so many things together.
See, when, as I said, you do your duties. Leave everything on God.
ते मात्र
Leave everything on God. He will take care of the situation.
Correct.
I always believe in that. I always believe in that. आज सुद्धा अशें एक-एकदां आसता की तुज्या विरुद्ध कितें तरी जाता, अशें आज म्हाका खूब वायट दिसता ह्या मोमेंटाक. पूण तुमी जेन्ना थंड बसता आनी तुमी जेन्ना स्वता बद्दल चिंतता आनी बाकीच्या बद्दल चिंतता, तेन्ना यू शूड बी एबल टू से आय एम मच हॅपी with what is given to me, and God is there to take care of everything. God wants it in that way.
Correct.
जाल्यार तुमकां कितेंच फिलींग न्ही लागना. तुमकां आनंदूय सेम, दुख्खूय सेम. तुमकां कोणें इन्सल्टूय केलें जाल्यार तुमी हांसून घेता, तुमकां दुख्ख असलें जाल्यार सुद्दां तुमी तें
नथिंग चेंजेस.
नथींग चेंजीस, कित्याक जें देवाक जाय तेंच जातलें. पण तातूंत सुद्दां देव तुका खबर आसता की तें बऱ्याकूच करता म्हणून. जेन्ना तुमची ही भावना आसता न्हय, नथींग बॉदर्स यू.
तो फेथ देवान घातलो की देव मागीर सांबाळून घेता न्ही की
Nothing bothers
ह्या
you.
मनशान आपल्याचेर भक्ती दाखयल्या.
यू लीव एवरीथींग ऑन द गॉड. फक्त कितें आसता, श्री कृष्णान म्हणिल्लें आसा आमकां भगवद्गीतेन, कर्म किया करो, फल की चिंता मत किया करो. कर्म करत राहो, फळाची चिंता केन्नाच करूं ना हांवें. एंड आय विल टेल यू, जेन्ना तूं फळाची चिंता करना आनी तुका जेन्ना अनपेक्षीत तुका जेन्ना हें फळ मेळटा, तुका इतको आनंद जाता, इतको आनंद जाता, यू रियली यू आर एन्जॉयींग इन दॅट हॅपिनेस. एंड आफ्टर ऑल आमकां जिवनान कितें जाय आसता, कित्याक लागून आमी करता, आमकां जिवनान फक्त हॅप्पी जावपाक जाय.
Correct.
हॅप्पी जावपाक आमकां कितें करपाक जाय? पयशेच असले म्हणून हॅप्पी आसता ना. ताजे तकलेक चड आटी आसतल्यो की कशें कितें फारीक करपाचें, खंय लिपोवपाचें ना जाल्यार आयदर दीस इज देर. करेक्ट. खूबय खावपाक शकना तूं. ओके, सो यू हॅव टू ईट इन कंट्रोल. ओके, सो वेन यू नो युअर लिमिट्स, ओके, you are definitely going to take the things to the right path.
Earlier when I used to work for the women and child, I used to go to ITI colleges आणि महिला मंडळ हँडल करताले तेन्ना आय यूज टू गो फॉर मोटिवेशनल स्पीचीस. तेन्ना हांव विचारतालें अंबानी कोणाक जावंक जाय हात वयर करा. सगळीं बायलां हात वयर करतालीं. समज 300 आसानी जाल्यार 270 बायलां तरी हात वयर करतालीं. हांव म्हणटालें ताका एकूच सांगता हां तुमकां, अंबानीची भुरगीं तेंच्या वांगडा दनपारची जेयना, उपकारता तुमकां. मागीर सगळे हात आपशीत सकयल येताले. सुनीता मॅम, तुम्ही अस्तुरी आमच्या कार्यावळीन आयज वेळ दिलो. वी ऑल नो हाव बिझी यू आर आनी आतां आमकां कळ्ळें. वी होप युअर फादर रिकवर्स, गेट्स वेल सून. आमचे ब्लेसिंग्स आसा, देवाचे ब्लेसिंग्स आसा. पूण तुमी वयच्या पयलीं फक्त आमच्या ऑडियन्साक कितें एक एडवायस दिवंक शकता जाल्यार प्लीज तुमी दियात.
I will say, be honest to your own self, be truthful to your own self, and be integrated, be hardworking, and all success will come to you.
इश्टानो, a proud mother, a proud daughter, a very well known police of Goa, a daughter-in-law, a devotee, such a positive personality. आणि माझो पोलिसांचो भय आयज गेलो बिकॉज आय कॅन प्राउडली से शी इज माय फ्रेंड फ्रॉम टुडे. सुनीता मॅम, तुम्ही आमच्या कार्यावळीन आयली, म्हाका मेळ्ळी, आमकां वेळ दिलो म्हणून तुमकां मनाच्यान थँक्यू म्हणटा.
थँक्यू.
तर आयची कार्यावळ आमी हांगाच सोंपोवया आणि मेळया फुडच्या कार्यावळीन.